G'day, I'm Paul from Tradco. Today we're going to demonstrate how to install a rebated mortise lock in a timber door. Tradco provide a range of rebated 3-lever low security mortise locks for internal applications and 5-lever high security mortise and euro locks for external applications. Rebated locks are used when you have double doors with one closing onto another. Rebated doors create a seamless look with no gap between the doors and help in reducing drafts. Rebated doors incorporate a primary door, which can open and close without affecting the secondary door. If the secondary door is opened, it needs to close fully into the frame before the primary door and is usually held shut with bolts at the top and bottom of the door. Before we begin, please make sure you have downloaded and printed one of the regular mortise lock templates from our website. We will be using the side profile of the template only. Also, please make sure that your template has printed truly by using a ruler to check that it scales correctly. For this project, you will need the following equipment: a Tradco mortise lock with rebated faceplate and screws, your template, a tape measure and pencil, a power drill, a selection of spade and timber drill bits, some tape, a screwdriver, an adjustable carpenter's square, chisels, hammer, Stanley knife, and door wedges. To begin, place your wedges under the primary door to keep it steady while working. The first step of this process is to mark the edge of your door at the desired height of your door lever or knob. This is generally around waist height or in the centre of the lock rail on a panelled door. It is a good idea to match the height of other door furniture in the room. Make sure to mark both the lip and the rebated section of the door edge. Now take your faceplate and line up the centre of the latch tongue hole with your height mark and mark the top and bottom of the plate with a pencil. To determine the horizontal location of your faceplate, measure the external dimension of the lip edge to the bend of the faceplate and transcribe this distance onto the lip of the rebate. With Tradco hardware rebated faceplates, this distance should be approximately 9 to 10 mm. Score your marks with a Stanley knife. Now line up the side profile of your template to your faceplate marks and fix to the outer door face with tape. Do not fix the template to the inner edge, or your spindle and lock holes will not line up correctly. Now with a 2 mm drill bit, mark all of the drill marks and elements of the template, making sure to push the tip of the drill bit all the way through the face of the door to the other side. You can now remove the template. Proceed to chisel out the faceplate rebate. Note that the rebate on the lip should extend the full depth of the lip to the lower edge. Be very careful when chiseling near the door edge, as it is very easy to split the door. We recommend you chisel out small amounts at a time to avoid this from happening. Once completed, place the faceplate in the rebate and mark the inner edge of the faceplate with a pencil. Now chisel out the lower faceplate rebate. This should be approximately 2 to 3 mm deep in order for the faceplate to sit flush, but please take caution, as this step will be difficult to undo if the rebate is too deep. It is always better to chisel out a shallower rebate and make minor adjustments until the correct depth is reached. Once the rebate is complete, measure 25 mm in from the top and bottom of the faceplate and mark with a pencil. This will determine the location of your lock body. To determine the horizontal position of your lock body, set a carpenter's square to the depth of your rebate and transcribe down the door edge. Select an 18 mm spade bit, which will be slightly wider than the lock body to ensure a comfortable fit within the door cavity. To ensure the correct mortise depth, line the drill bit up against the lock body and mark the depth on the drill bit with a pencil. Wrap a piece of tape around the drill bit in line with the pencil mark. Continue to drill overlapping holes inside your marks, making sure to drill to the depth of the tape on the drill bit. Chisel out between the holes and tidy up the edges to achieve a neat rectangular cavity. screw the rebated faceplate to the lock body. Now check to see if the lock fits. If required, make minor adjustments until the lock fits comfortably in the cavity. Now select an 18mm spade bit for the spindle hole. Place the spade bit in your pre-drilled hole and drill one side at a time. Once you reach the lock cavity, drill from the other side of the door to complete the spindle hole. Now with the appropriately sized spade bit, continue to drill out the key, privacy or Euro hole depending on the lock configuration. As with the lock body, you may need to drill multiple overlapping holes to achieve the required shape. Place your lock in the cavity and using the spindle supplied with your door furniture, check that it slides freely through the tube latch and is level. Finally, pre-drill screw holes and fix the lock and faceplate in place with the wood screws by hand using a screwdriver. Ensure that the beveled edge of the latch tongue is facing the secondary door. Rotate if required by undoing the fixing screws. Now to install your rebated strike plate. For the purpose of installing the strike plate, we have installed a Windsor lever set in matte black. For detailed instructions on fitting your door furniture, please find the appropriate video on our YouTube channel. Firstly, close the primary door against the secondary door and mark the secondary door at the top and bottom of the primary door faceplate. Then, square the markings around to the edge. To determine the horizontal position of your strike plate, measure the distance from the left-hand edge of the faceplate to the centre bend of the faceplate. Mark this dimension on the door edge, in line with the mark indicating the top of the strike plate and the inner edge of the lip. Repeat for the bottom of the strike plate and also mark the long edge. Continue to mark all edges of your strike plate and score with a Stanley knife. Once the edges are marked, you can chisel out the strike plate rebate. As with the faceplate on the primary door, the rebate on the lip should extend the full depth of the lip to the lower edge. Again, when chiseling near the edge of the door, take care as it is very easy to split the door. We recommend you take out small amounts at a time. Now you need to measure the depth of the faceplate from the outside of the door using your carpenter's square. With a Stanley knife, score this distance onto the secondary door. Measure 40mm in from the top and bottom of the faceplate and mark with a pencil. This will determine the location of the latch tongue and locking bolt rebate. The latch tongue and bolt rebate should be a minimum of 20mm deep to ensure the strike plate will fit. Drill multiple holes with a power drill to aid chiselling of the rebate. Once your latch tongue and bolt rebate fit flush, mark the top and bottom of the catching tongue with a pencil. Continue to chisel out the lower edge rebate to a depth of 2mm, so the strike plate sits flush. Finally, chisel out the edge for the catching tongue. Once completed, pre-drill and fix the strike plate in place with the wood screws by hand using a screwdriver. Now, check that the latch operates correctly and that the door opens and closes freely. Also check that the locking bolt properly and freely extends into its strike plate recess. If you would like a uniform look to your rebated doors, we recommend installing a dummy set on the secondary door. For this, you will need another door furniture set and 2 of our Taylor spindles. We also stock a large range of regular and locking, flush, surface, barrel, panic and tower bolts to keep your double doors in place. These could all be viewed on our website. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel for more helpful videos.